Then also we'll move from left to right, and the machine button defines the machine tool that you're going to machine this part on, how it's going to be oriented on the machine. So by default, let's go ahead and turn this part off. By default, we have a machine coordinate system that's aligned with the world coordinate system in Onshape. And the machine definition dialog orients your z-axis to align with your part direction that you want to machine. Let's move over to defining our post. VisualCAMc supports over 300 pre-configured post processors for all of the most popular controllers, CNC controllers on the market today. Currently we have a Haas post defined. If you want to add a new post, you can load from a default setting list of post, or if you have a customized post that you've already customized for VisualCAMc, you can load those directly from here. So we'll go ahead and load from defaults, and this displays the Add Default Post Processors dialog, and you can select from over 300 posts in the list. We already have the Haas post selected, so we'll go ahead and just cancel out of that. So we have our post defined here, and we have our machine 3-axis defined here. Now let's go ahead and define our stock. We'll go ahead and select the stock button, and this dialog allows you to define offsets to define your stock geometry. So in the bound section, that displays the length, width, and height of your current part. Now, the stock that we're going to use for this part is 1.5 inches square by 3/16 of an inch thick. So what we're going to do here is we're going to assign offset values to reach that stock dimension. So for X, we'll enter 0.0106, same for the Y. And then for the Z, we'll add a stock thickness of 0.03, and then we'll pick Save. So you see now that our stock definition is defined under our machining job, and we have the stock displayed on the screen. And there's a toggle up here for displaying your stock on the part. As you can see, we have thickness here that we added that we're going to machine down the top of the part. Okay. The next thing in our machining job is our setup, and by default there's a setup already defined when you open a new part in VisualCAMc, and that setup is aligned with the machine coordinate system that we defined under the machine. So initially when you open a part to machine in VisualCAMc, your setup and your machine will be co-aligned with the z-axis of the world coordinate system in Onshape. So next, we're going to go ahead and create a work 0 that we're going to use to zero out our CNC machine for this particular part. So we'll select work 0, and in this dialog you can create a work 0 based on the stock box or based on the part box. So we're going to zero out our machine in this top left corner of our stock. So we'll set the stock box, and as you can see, the MCS or machine coordinate system moved to one corner of the stock box by default, and we're going to move it to the highest Z on the stock and the southwest corner. So that moves our work 0 to where we want to zero a machine out on. So we'll pick Save, and you'll see that the work 0 is now displayed under Setup 1.